If you just bought DayZ in 2022 and you have no idea what the f you're doing, this video is for you. I have a little over 2,000 hours in this game and I'm here to try my best to explain to you what are the most important and the most basic aspects of surviving. To put it simply, I'm here to show you what the f to do. Let's jump right into it. You don't have to, but if you want to customize your character, you go here and you choose the pants, the shoes, and all that shit. Let's name him Dipshit. Probably the single most important thing in DayZ is choosing the right server. Official servers can be extremely challenging, and I think if you can survive and thrive in official servers, you will absolutely dominate in modded or community servers. The more players you interact with, the faster you'll get used to how people react, what people do in certain situations, and you'll get better with the combat mechanics and all that stuff. A really important thing is a good ping. So if you click on ping, it'll show you the lowest ping servers first. Anything over 120 is too much ping for my experience. So technically this is a decent one for me. Look, the lowest ping available, and it has high players. For the purpose of this video, I'm just gonna go there. Before you even think of hitting play, download the iZurvive app on your phone or go to iZurvive.com. This is what it will look like. This is a map of the world showing you where everything is. It'll be really helpful, especially if you're trying to find your friends. You will always spawn in the coast, whether it's at the south side, the east side, or the northeastern side. There's a ton of different spawns, but you want to get a good spawn, meaning you want to spawn in a major city, a big city like Cherno, Elektro, Berezino, or Svetlojarks. The way you're gonna figure out where you're at is when you spawn, follow the coast or the road leading to the nearest city, and you will see these road signs. Because it's in Russian, just try to make sense of what it's saying, come back to the app, and follow the coast until you see a name that matches the road sign. If you didn't spawn in any of the 4 cities that I mentioned, I would strongly suggest that you kill yourself. As weird as it is, committing suicide and learning how to kill yourself faster is a really important skill in this game, because you can't control where you spawn. So the faster you get at killing yourself, the faster you will get to where you want to be. Sometimes the only choice you have is jumping from a high place. If it's high enough, you'll just die on impact. If it's not, just keep jumping until you break your leg, and every time your character goes unconscious, you can actually go to the menu and choose to respawn. You can also find a couple of zombies and let them kill you. Most times they'll just knock you out, so you gotta remember to go to the menu and choose to respawn. The push to talk button in this game is the caps lock, and I believe it's D-pad down on console. You'll notice because it'll have this little icon right here. Careful when you're using voice chat, because if you talk near a zombie, they can hear you. The voice chat has 3 settings: whispering level, talking level, and screaming, which you can change by pressing the up and down arrow keys. Testing. She already hurt me. That's me. This is actually not a bad city. I think I'm gonna loot around. When you have no melee weapons, being sneaky around the infected is crucial, because they're no joke, and once you get one started, they will make a lot of noise and attract more and more zombies. So you want to be as silent as possible. But this guy has a backpack. I'm gonna kill him first. The best way to kill zombies with melee is with heavy punches. You gotta time them. You hit them once, you wait for them to recover from the stagger, and then you heavy punch again. Repeat this until they die. Yeah, I already got a backpack. You can do heavy punches while holding shift and pressing the attack button. In Xbox, you just hold Y when you're squaring off. I'm pretty sure that's the triangle on PlayStation. If you don't punch him in the face, you will ruin the backpack. You see, this was almost ruined. It's badly damaged. He has a Pepsi. Nice. Blocking is essential for combat. When you're blocking, you will not take any damage from zombie attacks, unless of course they're hitting you from the back. You block by walking backwards when you're squaring off. It's a good little trick to wait until they attack twice. 1, 2, heavy punch. And you can heavy punch again, and again, and again. I was just gonna say, do not waste your time looting houses like this at first. I would still do it. I would still avoid searching these houses because they usually don't have much stuff. But I got extremely lucky, and look what I found. This is the best gun for killing zombies because it has an internal suppressor. This caliber, you can find it almost anywhere in the map. I always keep my primary gun hotbar to #1. As soon as you spawn in, you should be eating whatever food they give you. Do not let food sit in your inventory. Most of the food goes rotten after a couple of hours, and it takes an insane amount of calories to max out your apple here. It's just gonna unnecessarily occupy some space. We're just gonna keep eating. Every time we get food, every time we find food, we're just gonna continue to eat. Unless you get so much food at once, it'll show up a little stomach icon in here letting you know that you're full. You cannot keep eating if you're full, or else you're gonna vomit, and that's bad. This is why this gun is the best. It's silenced, and it's still one-shot headshot. Oh, look at this. We've got beer. We're starting off good. Okay, for now, I'm gonna avoid all the cabins and all the houses, and I'm gonna go straight to where I know I have a good chance of finding food. This little kiosk is a good place. You will usually find food in here. Another really good way of dealing with zombies is by trapping them. You can trap them by luring them wherever you want to keep them. You block their attacks, and then you lock the door behind you. When you're going to bandage, you gotta make sure that your bandage is disinfected. It'll say it right here, or else you'll get... Oh, there's a guy here. There's a guy over there. You see, we already found a guy. I think I want to kill him. I want to see what he looks like.
Hello.
Hey, man, what's up?
What's up?
What you doing, man? You alright? Don't get close to me, please.
Yeah, okay, I'll leave. Bye.
I could have killed him, but he looks like a complete freshie like me. I'm gonna avoid him. When you have no food or water, you should not be running, sprinting full speed, because it will deplete your energy faster, and that is bad. You should just be jogging like this. You can see how many items a piece of clothing can hold. It'll say it right here, 0 out of 30, and I have my shirt. It's got 12 slots instead of 30, and my shirt offers bad insulation. You can see it right here. You want to look for good insulation, of course. You want to keep yourself warm. This peacoat offers the best insulation, so I'm gonna search it out. And make sure to grab your things. There's a player here. I can hear him walking. So those little kiosks, they're good for finding food, of course. I'm gonna ignore these buildings and these houses right next to me, because I just want to go to the places where I want to find food. This fucking zombie noticed me. I'm gonna let him in. I'm gonna block. Oh, I want this guy's backpack, so I'm gonna shoot him. Didn't want to say hi or anything. I just wanted to shoot, okay? That's perfectly fine to do. Look, he had food. He had a better backpack. He had a gun. We're starting out good. I'm going to take the rope. I'm going to take his backpack. I'm going to take his gun, of course. I'm going to take the bandage. This bandage is actually not disinfected, so I'm going to leave it. You can quickly drop items from your inventory into the ground by pressing the left mouse key while holding left control. As you can see, my backpack holds 30, and this one holds 63. It's a significant upgrade. Now, when you get canned food like this, you're going to need a sharp tool or a can opener to open it up. So we're going to have to find that. You can choose to be friendly to players, but they can always kill you, and you're going to have to start all over again. And they don't always want to share their food or their resources. Anything that resembles either a store or small apartment units like this, you want to go in them, because these are the ones that will have the best chance at having food. Oh my god, I just attracted so many zombies. Ski mask, really good insulation. Pick up some new shoes. Look, another food stand. Powdered milk, a sharpening stone, which is actually really good. Okay, I'm gonna eat that powdered milk. I'm gonna check this Christmas tree right here real quick. Nothing here. Alright. This is also a store. It's locked. You want to loot these buildings. They have a high chance of spawning guns, clothing, and food, of course. Shotgun shells, a beanie. Good insulation right now. Alright, I just found some food. I just need something to open it with. So I'm going to go ahead and hit up some sheds, maybe some houses, to see if I can find a knife or a sharp object. If you ever see a building like this, that's a police station. It's totally worth checking out. It can have shotguns, Glocks, scorpions, handcuffs, stuff like that. I don't know where there would be a farming hoe in here, but I'm gonna take it. You see what I mean? We already found a Glock. No mag on it, but we'll find one. This is one of the most important things you can find in here, a stab vest. That will significantly help with bullet penetration. Look at this, a Glock mag. Solid now. You can hotbar it. You can quickly transfer items from your inventory to your hands by double clicking on them. You can reload by either combining the mag with a gun or just holding R. This is a really important item in the game. It's a water bottle. When you pick it up, do not drink from it. You need to make sure that the water is clean, or else your character will get sick. So you have to aim down, and you'll see this little option in here that says empty. You need to aim down and press the action button, and you will empty it. Now we need to find a well. I found some salty sticks while I was looking for a knife. Always a score. Any trees that are next to houses like this in the city, they will very likely spawn fruit. There's nothing here. See a plum. Always be searching the trees next to houses in the city. A 4-dial code. That is a really good find for base building. I found a black pea code. It's better to wear darker colors, so it's a little harder to spot you. This is what a clinic looks like. It can have very useful things like bandages, blood testing kits, saline bags, pills, you know, multivitamin, tetracycline pills, antibiotics, stuff like that. Don't be surprised if most of these buildings are looted. Obviously, there's more traffic in the coast, so it is very likely that somebody's already been here. Oh look, charcoal tablets. Needless to say, if you're searching for tools, the sheds will be the best place. There we go, a screwdriver. We got something to open our food with. Basically, every action in the game interacting with any item is the same way, okay? It's like this. You put it on your hands. If you double click an item on your inventory, it will transfer it to your hands. So basically, you put whatever item you want to interact with in your hands, and then you combine it with the other item. Like this. You hold the action button. That's how literally everything is done in the game. Yum, 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 yum. Also, this is another really cool thing about having a sharp object. You can sneak up to zombies. If you're very quiet and they don't notice you, you can do this. Chlorine tablets. Beautiful. Look, fruit and a tree. You see it's dried. Dried is fine. You can eat dry. But rotten food is not. Don't eat rotten. Again, these are the apartments that you want to be checking. They look like this if you're looking for food, I mean. Here we go. Score. brisket sweat. Certain food you have to transfer to your hand and open them with your hands before you can eat them. You do that by tapping the left mouse key and then you hold it to eat it. Yum 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 yum. The goal right now for me would be to max out my calories, and it will require an insane amount of food. But once I max out my calories, I can do long trips inland, whether it's to a military base or wherever you want to go. You're gonna need food, and it's better if your calories are maxed out, as well as your hydration. This is what a fountain or a well looks like. Most major cities will have one of those. If you don't have a water bottle, you can drink with your hands. If you just approach the fountain and you hold F, and it will look like this. But it is very inefficient to do it that way. The best way to do it is, of course, to fill up your water bottle by putting it in your hands, and then you interact with it, and then you just drink from the bottle. It is like 10 times faster. Basically, you want to keep drinking until you get full. You know you're full when the little icon shows up in here, a stomach icon. This is what the stomach icon looks like. You want to stop drinking or eating when you have that. Just make sure to fill up your water bottle before you leave. There's actually going to be a server restart in 10 minutes. Every time there's a server restart, the Christmas tree spawn presents. So I'm just going to wait here for a little bit. Alright, so I logged in. And the presents are there. Gotta make sure I'm the first one to grab them. We gotta be careful though. Might be other people doing the same thing. Here goes nothing. Grenade, rifled slugs for shotgun. Ooh, a hunter vest. It offers better protection for melee, but no protection for guns. It's your call. I feel like I'm gonna need the storage, so gas mask, ammo for my pea shooter. Ooh, a revolver. More buckshot, food, another flare. I'm getting very lucky. Another water bottle. VSD mag, probably not gonna need that. Alright, leather sewing kit, NBC jacket, very good. Alright, that's it. Now we got a solid start. That is actually very decent. I went to the police station to fix up the pants that I saw earlier. Medium insulation, 20 slots too. A little darker. Double clicking things on the ground will immediately put them on your inventory. And remember to always eat your food as soon as you get it. Always keep an eye on your gear and the condition of it. If it says pristine, of course it's brand new. Worn is okay, and then it'll say damaged, and then badly damaged. And after badly damaged, it'll go ruined. Once it's ruined, you can never fix it. You won't be able to interact with any ruined items, so it makes them completely useless. Plus, as the quality degrades on an object, so will the insulation value. Most clothing you can repair with tape and sewing kits, but some items like the vests and the shoes can only be repaired with leather sewing kits. This backpack though can only be fixed with tape, I believe. Oh, look at this. Feel sad for that guy. When you make noise, of course, like a gunshot, it will attract a lot of zombies, so I'm just gonna chill for a while until they forget. I'm gonna loot this guy real quick. Oh, look at this, we scored. Lockpick, couple rounds, food. Oh, shotgun, dude. Beautiful. Just gonna leave this BK back here and grab the shotgun instead. We're golden. Look at that. Assault boots are pretty good, but shoes are sneakier. I already have a revolver and a scorpion, so I'm not gonna pick that up. You can see the little stomach icon popped up, so I'm gonna stop eating for a little while. Another reason you want to get food and water first is because it helps with your immune system. If your food and water levels are always at yellow, you will be more likely to get diseases and illnesses. Some of these are extremely hard to get rid of, and others are extremely deadly. When you're looting a dead body, if it's out in the open, it's always better to just grab a piece of clothing, like the pants. I'm gonna grab the pants and take them inside, and then you decide what you want to take once you're in a safe spot. When you kill players after 15 minutes, their bodies will start to decay and rot, and it will attract flies, and that can be noisy and attract more and more players. Eventually, anything that they're wearing and the loot that they're carrying will disappear after like half an hour. So you could get in the habit of cutting down their bodies when you kill them, if you feel it's necessary. Like if you're gonna be hanging out in this place a lot and you don't want to attract other players. If you skin human or animal corpses without wearing any gloves, your hands will get bloody. This is very dangerous because if you're consuming food or drinking water with bloody hands, you will get sick, and it is a pain to get rid of. So you want to make sure you clean your hands. You can do that by holding a water bottle and tapping once the action button, and it'll look like this. Or you can find a well and clean your hands at a well or a pond, any body of water. Gloves are extremely important. You gotta find gloves. Eventually, when you eat enough food and drink enough water, your apple will turn completely white like this, and the same thing goes for the water. However, this does not mean that your energy and your water levels are maxed out. You can still drink and eat a lot more than it shows in here. Water is pretty easy to max out. You just need to find a fountain. But like I said earlier, to max out your apple, you will need a solid amount of food. You'll know when your water or your apple is full because it'll start flickering up and down like this. And even when you're eating or drinking, it'll no longer indicate that it's going up with 3 or 2 arrows. It'll just flicker up and down or show nothing. And I can't stress this enough, this is the most important aspect of surviving. Even if your water and apple are not maxed out, it is crucial for them to be at white, because when your water, apple, blood, and health are all white, you are 100% immune from common diseases. This can also be achieved by drinking vitamins. You can only get things like gas poisoning or blood poisoning. So that means you can drink infected or dirty water, eat raw food, you can even eat guts with bloody hands, and you won't get sick. This makes it incredibly efficient to keep topping off your food and water, because you can eat and drink from almost any source. It basically makes you a super survivor. Remember to use the iZurvive app. It can not only help you find your friends or help you locate yourself in the map, it'll show you where every landmark is and anything of interest like wells, police stations, animal spawns that you can hunt. It has literally everything in it. And when you're ready, just make a trip to a military base. I would suggest going to the Northwest Airfield. That's pretty much it. I hope this guide helped you at least a little bit at getting started. If it did, please consider leaving a like. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll be more than glad to help you out. I know this game can be very challenging, but hopefully this makes it just a little bit easier. Stay strong, guys, and don't get discouraged. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.